Oh my gosh, it's time to do a new episode of Get Real.
Time.
Once you kill a man for revenge, there's no going back. A voice in your head sang over and over, "That was awesome."
Hiya, I'm Hot Toddy.
I'm Miss Pingrino.
And welcome to an all-new episode of, let me start, I never start anymore.
Oh, okay.
Get
Real.
Oh, you actually did it. See, I find a way to sneak out of it every time, and you actually did it. So bravo, speed taps to everybody involved. That's great. Wonderful news. If you haven't figured it out, the movie that we're going to be talking about on this episode is what are they calling it? A remakequel? I think that's what they're calling it. A
remakequel?
A remakequel. Really? Yes, I think that's the term that they're using these days. It is a soft reboot, if you will, as well as a legacy sequel of The Naked Gun. This time starring Liam Neeson. That guy back there. As you can see, we have some merch from the movie. We got this fun cup. We've got mini poster back here that says, "I want you to pull my finger."
Enough with the anal hijinks!
What the hell is even that?
No, it's been a very good film. It looks like it's doing pretty well. Miss Pingrino, what did you think of The Naked Gun 2025?
It was an hour and 25-minute dad joke.
Why are you the way that you are?
Does that mean you like it? I don't know what that means.
I normally don't like dad jokes. Certain parts of this was hard for me, but overall, yes, I did enjoy the film.
What was hard for you?
Some of them were just so bad. Like, that's my thing when it comes to dad jokes, when it's just so bad. Like, I can't even get the out of it.
Okay. You're a weirdo.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I loved this movie. Dare I say I adored this movie.
I know you did. You died.
This may have been, without a doubt, one of the best movies ever made. It actually contests the original Naked Gun, and I don't say that lightly. But it is actually almost, I think it, I don't know.
Don't say the words.
I don't want to say the words, Mr. Greeno.
Don't say it.
Because here's the thing, as you know, maybe you don't know, but when it comes to the original Naked Gun films, the first one I found to be okay, and the third one was pretty good. My favorite one is 2.5,
yeah.
The Smell of Fear. It's one of the funniest movies of all time, and I think this movie might actually rival that one. I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's just, it was so funny, and it was so much better than I think that a lot of people thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because when you do remakes these days, straight up remakes, very rarely do they. Well,
they normally crash and burn.
They don't hit the way
hard.
They don't hit the way the originals did, for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they crash and burn, and it was just a waste of time. Why did you do this? This is one of those rare instances where literally the remake might actually contest the original. I mean, that's how good this movie is. I'm even wearing a pin of the last movie that I reviewed. It's the Fantastic Four: First Steps, because I loved that movie a lot. This is the best. This beats them all. We've seen 3 movies in 3 weeks, and this is the best one. And
We've seen way too many movies.
It went on ascending order: Jurassic World, Fantastic Four, Naked Gun. So high it's out of frame, Miss Pingrino.
Well, listen,
not special.
And you saw it twice.
That's right. Yes, we should point out that because I know my mom's probably watching this and she's probably confused because you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
So what we did is we saw it on Saturday. I saw it with my parents on Saturday. Miss Pellegrino was not feeling well. But then on Monday night, she was feeling better, and she's like, I hate that I missed this movie. So we snuck into film real fast. And
So,
your thoughts?
even though you've seen it twice,
yes,
you still think it's the greatest movie.
Damn movie theaters for being so expensive because I want to see this a third time. I love the movie that much.
Literally, when we went, every time I looked over, his hand was like one of these, and his whole body just shaking out of laughter.
And that was the second time I saw it, Miss
And that
Pellegrino.
was the second time he saw it.
I just can't imagine when I see it in the future, like, because I've been having some stomach problems these last couple of, and I did not fare well from this movie.
Not helping.
No, this movie, it just was relentless from beginning to end.
First off, let's start, because sometimes I feel like we miss this part. Plot of this movie. Because yes, there actually was a plot.
Well, we don't like to give too much away of the
Right.
movie. The plot really doesn't matter. Well, okay, go ahead. What's the plot, Miss Plot Point Break?
Okay.
I hate it here.
Evil guy finds something to basically reset the world, remake it.
Literally called the plot device.
Literally called the plot device.
Yeah.
And Liam Neeson
As Frank Drebin Jr.
Frank Drebin Jr. has to stop the bad guy, of course, in his what's the cop? Because he's not actually the police department.
Police squad.
As the police squad,
Mm-hmm.
they have to stop him.
Okay.
You're better than IMDb with synopsises.
I mean, there's really no plot, but
Oh, what the hell?
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
this is the purpose of a movie, is to save the world from this plot device.
Well, we need to get into the movie itself because, what made the original film so much fun and so funny is the fact that they would just the jokes, the comedy itself and the jokes, they just flowed like wine. They melted into the movie like butter. Like butter. I mean, like you didn't even notice. Sometimes you really weren't. What you didn't really notice. When I was growing up, the only way I could define how the movies were done was hidden funny parts. That's what I called it as a kid, hidden funny parts. Like in Naked Gun 2.5, like you would just see random things in the background that would make you laugh. And that was great. And like it didn't really. Sometimes it doesn't matter what was going on in the foreground. It doesn't matter what's happening right up front. What's going on in the back right now is hilarious. So like that was kind of the humor there. And then of course every so often you would get the setup and punchline that was always like, oh, come on, really? You say that? There was the best one from this movie.
Those are the ones that hurt me.
Yeah, the best one from this movie was the very first one, was where Liam Neeson says, "You can't fight City Hall." And his partner says, "No, it's a building." See, I mean, like, I love it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And there were quite a few of those in the original movies.
You want to take a dinghy? No, I took care of that at the press conference.
He's Caucasian?
Caucasian?
Yeah, a white guy. With a mustache, about 6'3".
An awfully big mustache.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes, but we need to ask you a few questions. That's the red light district. Wonder why Savage is hanging out down there. Sex, Frank? No, not right now, Ed. We got work to do.
The difference between this movie and the original Naked Gun movies is they were kind of relentless. Like, they kept going and going. It was non-stop with that type of stuff. But they did it in a way where, for me, it never got old. It never got annoying. Like, I was laughing through the whole thing. And it just...
You really were.
And it worked so well. I think the biggest shocker, and I've seen some other commentators talk about this, the biggest shocker of the thing that worked the best in this film was Liam Neeson.
Todd.
Like, who would have thought that that would have been the best
Because
person
going into this,
to play this role?
you cannot think of anything but Taken.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you can see.
Or any of his action movies where
No,
he's
Taken.
the action star.
Yes, for me it's Taken. That's all I can see. And then you have the stupid humor coming out of Taken.
I mean, but, you know, the thing about it is, over the last decade or so, a little more than a decade, actually. No, it's about a decade, I guess. Yeah, we've seen Liam Neeson's Funny Bone.
Why I like to be nude.
And the reason why is because he has teamed up with Seth MacFarlane over a few times. He was in Ted. He made a cameo in Ted 2. He was in A Million Ways to Die in the West. He played the villain in that movie. There's a famous episode of Family Guy where he beats the crap out of Peter Griffin. And so he has a long-standing relationship with Seth MacFarlane. So I just kind of feel like that him asking him and him agreeing was a no-brainer to be in this movie.
Is that who made this movie?
Well, he produced it. It was Seth MacFarlane's company, Fuzzy Door. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. But it was his company. He produced it, but it was directed by one of the... You have no idea who this is. Lonely Island Boys, who were a group of writers on Saturday Night Live when Andy Samberg was there.
I do too. No, they're Dick in a Box Peeps.
They were the Dick. They did make Dick in a Box. I was about to say they were the ones that made all the SNL digital shorts from back then, and
I know who you're talking about.
Dick in a Box, exactly.
Thinking I don't know.
I know. There's a lot of things you don't know about pop culture. I don't mean. Stop taking everything so. We'll be right back. You listen here, motherfucker. But the movie was just so freaking funny from beginning to end. I could not stop laughing.
There was one thing you said probably pushed it a little too much.
There was one gag because this movie is kind of relentless. They kind of push as hard as they can on jokes because I feel like they're wanting you to feel like it's a Naked Gun movie. Like, here are these jokes. It was one of the issues that I ran into with Mystery Science Theater when it came back on Netflix. When they did their couple seasons on Netflix, when they were in the theater, like there was just joke after joke after joke. There was no time to really let jokes settle. On that version of the show. And then they kind of learned from that mistake, and when they came over and did their own thing on the Gizmoplex app, the one that they created, they went back kind of the old school, let a joke happen, let it land, let it hit you for a sec, then we'll go on to the next thing. Yeah. And I think that's something that they can build on if they were to make more Naked Gun movies with Liam Neeson, which I don't know. I can't say yay or nay on that, to be honest.
I don't think so. I think it was a one and done kind of thing. But you still didn't say the gag that you had enough of. Well,
we'll get to that. But anyway, what I'm saying is that I feel like that's kind of what they were doing in Naked Gun, is they were just kind of like, here's the funny, you know. And one of the gags that they kept doing was they kept giving Liam Neeson and his partner a coffee every time they come into it. Yeah, thank you. Every time they came into a new scene.
Coffee.
And thank you. And it just kept going and going for the first half of the movie.
Which I don't think they ever took a sip out of any of the coffee.
I don't know, but for the first half of the movie, that was the running gag. They finally stopped after a while, only to do it in one of the very last scenes of the film. And I was like, okay, that was clever. They brought it back around. They stopped just long enough for you to forget it, then they brought it right back around. And I liked that.
But at the beginning, it was a bit much.
After a while, I was like, okay, we get it, you know, because again, upon first viewing, I'm like, you know, you don't know what to expect. You're just walking on eggshells as you watch this movie for the first time. But then it's like, okay, that gag is played out, not this show. Let's move on to something else. But then you kind of learn to love it and respect it when they bring it back around at the end of the movie. So it was all right. But I mean, the movie itself, it's just. I mean, it's so great. And Pamela Anderson, I really don't know anything that I ever liked her in. I liked her as a person. She was never a bad person, in my opinion. But I
Not
never.
the most supreme actress.
I just never really liked,
Yeah.
watched anything of hers. And she was one of the highlights of this
I
movie.
loved her.
One of the main highlights. They couldn't have found two better people to do this movie than Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Take a seat.
No,
you know-
no thanks. I have plenty at home.
You know what? I changed my mind. I will
I
take
will
it.
take the seat. Oh,
Well, there went my phone.
and you screwed up the shot. We'll never get this back. Look
It's
at
fine.
this.
I'm also.
They were perfect for each other in that movie. And now they're perfect for each other in real life. They're dating.
Are they really?
Did you not know that?
I didn't know
See,
that.
this is what I'm talking about. It shocks me what she knows in the world of pop culture. She knows the Lonely Island Boys who haven't done anything on SNL in like 20 years almost, but she doesn't know the relationship of the century that's been plopped in everybody's faces on social media. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. Who are you? What are you? What is this?
Who am I? What am I?
They are a real couple now, and it's adorable, and they're great together, and yeah, all of that good stuff.
We do love them.
I mean, they were really the perfect duo for this movie.
Because they're so dry. Mm-hmm. So dry.
And I think that's
They say the most ridiculous shit.
and I think that's why Liam Neeson worked so well for the movies, because Leslie Nielsen, who of course was in the original Naked Gun movies, before the movie that kind of solidified him as being a comedic actor was Airplane from 1980. And what made him so good in that movie was he played it as straight as a line. He played his character in that movie completely straight, was not wacky, was not silly, just talked very monotoned, and did everything, and don't call me Shirley.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I mean, it's great. He played it so straight because Leslie Nielsen up until then was a dramatic actor. He was like a legit actor,
He was a Taken.
He was, yeah. So but then everything changed all of a sudden when he was in Airplane, and he proved he could be hilarious just by being himself. And then came the Naked Gun movies and a bunch of other ones where he did the same thing. And Liam Neeson is that. Liam Neeson is a very straight-laced. He's more of an action star than dramatic actor.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Yeah.
But he's still very intense. So then you take intense and put it in this dry sense of humor. It was perfect.
Says you served 20 years for man's laughter. Must have been quite the joke.
Pretty great.
I just loved it so much.
I know.
I never fell in love with the movie before. I think I may have.
We're meant to be.
I love you, Naked Gun.
I love you. What was your favorite joke?
The funniest thing in the movie. I don't want to give too much away. I want you to go in here with a clean slate. I want you to be ready for this movie when you walk into the theater if you haven't seen it yet. But the greatest scene in the movie is the body cam footage scene. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about it. Go in there again with an open mind. Don't have any kind of preconceived notion about this scene. Just walk in there and enjoy it. 2 words: enjoy. Because that scene it destroyed me. Literally, I almost threw up.
He was gone.
I almost threw up in the theater watching that scene.
Twice.
Yeah. And my dad looked at it this way. It's like not every scene was side splitting, but there was enough in the movie to keep you engaged and to keep you belly laughing throughout it. And I disagreed. I said I laughed at the whole thing. There wasn't really anything that didn't make me laugh. Just random stupid crap. Like there's a scene where Liam Neeson gets mad about his TiVo in the middle of an argument with Pamela Anderson.
I told you not to plug it in the internet.
Yeah, there's just stupid things like that. What is that? What is that?
I need to see if they're all here.
Oh, it was so good. I just and I just love that kind of, because that's the Seth MacFarlane. Oh no, it's falling down.
Yeah, I was like, I think it tilted.
Oh no.
An unmitigated disaster.
That's the Seth MacFarlane, take on it right there. That's something you would see on an episode of Family Guy. Yeah, that's something you would see right there. And I loved it. I loved it so much. The acting was great, and the comedy itself. I never thought I would see the day that a remake or a remakequel, if you will, because it is a legacy sequel. Liam Neeson plays Frank Drebin Jr., Leslie Nielsen's character's son. I just never thought it would be that good, because usually legacy sequels they're fine. They fit right in with the original film. This went above. It's above and beyond for me, folks. So
it was pretty darn good.
And it took a lot out of me. So, but I mean, it was just all around fun. Would you agree with that?
I would. I have been asking and asking and asking for good comedy.
That's
And for this to kind of take the start off, because a lot of the commercials, what was the preset thing?
Trailers?
Thank you. Couldn't think of the word.
Just for $1 a day.
Shut up. The trailers actually showed a lot of comedies forthcoming. So the fact that this is kind of maybe starting off comedy coming back, but at least for a little while, at least for a few movies, I'm excited about. And it was a good one to start the way.
I agree, yeah, because comedies don't do well in the theaters anymore. They usually just go
really shitty.
they get sent immediately to streaming. Like right now, looks like there's a fun Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson vehicle with them in a movie together. I think it's on Prime, and I was disappointed because I think that would be fun for the theaters. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I thought it would be fun for the theaters. But yeah, they made the right choice. I'm glad that they didn't wimp out and put this on Netflix or something. No, they gave it a theatrical release, and it deserves a theatrical release.
It did.
So there's not much more I can say about this movie. Glowing review. Ms. Pellegrino, would you recommend The Naked Gun?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, even though it is an hour and 25-minute dad joke.
That's another thing. 85 minutes. It's not even.
It's actually a normal movie time. I'm sick of these 2.5, 3-hour films.
It doesn't even get to 90 minutes. So I mean, it's like, but it goes by that fast too. You're just having fun from beginning to end. So
I definitely would recommend it though.
Yeah.
Even as somebody who doesn't like dad jokes, boy, they get me. I agree more with your dad. Not always side splitting, but it kept your interest. It kept you laughing. So I definitely would recommend it. Yeah.
I would highly recommend. I think it's a laugh a minute riot. You're gonna hurt when you leave the theater. I just want you to be prepared.
You're gonna get you an ab workout.
You are. I wouldn't eat too much because you literally might throw up. It's that good, and I don't say that lightly in today's
hard to get
film atmosphere that we're in these days. It's hard to say this film is amazing, but I kind of love this film so much. So I mean, high recommendation for The Naked Gun. Go see it, please. Run, don't walk to the theater to see The Naked Gun.
Drive your cop car.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the police.
Well, Miss Pellegrino, that was The Naked Gun.
Twas.
And we're about to head out, but would you mind doing me a quick favor?
Sure.
Would you, since we're done now with this poster, I'd love for it to be hanging up here in the media room, so would you mind climbing up there and hanging it up for me?
Sure.
Thanks. Hey, nice pussy.
Thank you.
Let me help you with that. Thank you. I got it. We didn't have a beaver, so we couldn't do the beaver joke.